Earth, which we think is the only living planet in our solar system, has given birth not only to humans, but to all sorts of other creatures. So besides humans, will there be other higher-level species on the Earth? This question has aroused the thinking of all human beings, and the lizard man is one of them. In this episode, we will continue the content of the Lacerta file in the previous episode. In a rural town in Sweden, a single woman named F miraculously met a lizard man named Lacerta. If you don't know the general content yet, you can skip to the previous episode. In this episode, we will continue F's friend K, to ask Lacerta more details about the lizard man, and where and how the lizard men live. Although the conversation between K and Lacerta in the original Lacerta file is very messy, I roughly summarized a few questions asked by K and Lacerta's answers. Hope the following content will help you understand the conversation between them more easily. So let's get started. K continued to ask, "Can you tell me something about your race? How is your body structure different from humans?" Lacerta answered,
"Sure, but please don't interrupt me or ask stupid questions. Our race is called reptilians because we look like reptiles. But in fact, we are not real reptiles, but a kind of advanced intelligent life form, which evolved earlier than humans. We have many different subspecies, some more human-like in appearance, others more like lizards or snakes. We also have a variety of skin colors, from green to brown to gray, but most are light green mixed with green and beige. Our eyes are larger than humans because of better vision in the dark. We usually have vertical black pupils surrounded by bright green irises, but there are some exceptions. Our ears are smaller than humans, but have better hearing. There is a microscopic organ in front of our nose that can be used to see temperature, similar to the thermal imaging effect of humans. Our ancestors used this organ to replace the eyes to see objects in the dark. But now that this organ has degenerated, it can only feel temperature and cannot form vision similar to thermal imaging. Our backs have a different tissue than humans. This tissue looks like a raised spine, but it is actually composed of blood vessels and nerves. This tissue absorbs heat and uses blood to transfer this heat throughout the body. This process triggers our hormones and makes us feel good. Our average height is about 1.6 meters to 1.8 meters, but there are also some taller or shorter individuals. We don't have tails as you might think. Our embryos have tails for the first few months of growth, but they disappear before birth. Tails are only useful for primitive races trying to walk on two legs. They have to use them for balance, but our skeleton has changed in evolution to become very similar to yours, so we don't need to use tails to keep us standing.
K asked, "How do you reproduce?"
We have males and females just like you. Our gestation period is about 9 months, similar to yours. But instead of giving birth to children like you do, we hatch them.
K asked, "What is your body temperature? You said you enjoy being in the sun. What does that do to the organism? And what do you eat?"
We are not mammals. Being reptiles, our body temperature depends on our surroundings. If you touch my hand, it will feel cooler than yours, because our body temperature is about 30 to 33 degrees Celsius. If we are in the sun, the body temperature will rise by 8 to 9 degrees in a few minutes. This temperature rise will make our body produce a lot of enzymes and hormones. Our heart, brain and every organ will become more active, and we will feel very, very good. You humans just enjoy the sun, but for us, enjoy the most extreme happiness you can imagine. We eat as much variety as you do: meat, fruit, vegetables, mushrooms, and more. We can also eat and digest some substances that are poisonous to you. The main difference between you and me is that we have to eat meat because our body needs protein. We can't be completely vegetarian like you. Our digestive system would stop working. Without meat, we would be dead in a few weeks or maybe months.
K asked, "Will you form a family like humans?"
We also form families, but not in the same family structure as humans. Our family is not based on blood, nor is it based on marriage. Our families are based on our names, which have to do with how we speak as adults. But because of genetic reasons, the way the larva speaks has many similarities with the mother, so there are also many families composed of the larva, the mother, and some other individuals.
K asked, "You said you live underground. What is it like there? Is there a city? Is the earth hollow?"
The earth is not hollow. It's just that there are many huge caves under the surface, and we live in these caves. These caves are about 2,000 to 8,000 meters from the surface and are distributed on all continents from the Antarctic to the Arctic. There are also many small tunnels connecting these caves and the surface, and we can come to the surface through these tunnels. Most of us live in cities in these giant caves. We have artificial sunlight in our cities, and I don't mean the real sun, but various technological light sources that illuminate caves and tunnels. Every city has special cave areas and tunnels with intense ultraviolet rays that we use to heat our blood.
Kay asked, "Can you tell me where the entrance to your underworld is?"
Do you think I'll tell you? If you want to find it, do your best. But I advise you not to do this, it will bring bad consequences. I can tell you there's a lake 300 kilometers north from here, and there's an entrance near that lake, but I don't think you'll be able to find it. In order to prevent you from straying, I can give you some hints. If you find some smooth and narrow caves with artificial traces, after walking into these caves, you will find that the walls are getting smoother and smoother, and you can feel warm wind gushing out. It means that you are close to the entrance. If you keep going inside and you hear some air noises and see gray metal doors on the walls, then you found the entrance to the underworld.
Kay asked, "Is your underground city behind the door?"
Behind the door is a circular room with an elevator leading to the underground world. We'll know you're in when you enter this room, at which point you'd better get out or you'll get in trouble. And you'd better observe if there are any signs of our race on the surrounding walls. If not, you may be in even greater trouble. Because in the underground, there are other alien races, and they may be less friendly.
Kay asked, "How do you move around human society without being noticed?"
In ancient times, your ancestors saw us many times and regarded us as gods. So we are represented in your religious texts and in murals and carvings on every continent. But now your scholars call these ruins myths and legends or religious superstitions, and don't believe in our existence. Even today, when we are occasionally seen by you on the surface, most people do not believe these sightings. In fact, we have a direct connection with your scholars and some leaders, but ordinary humans don't know it. There is another important reason why you cannot see us. We have higher spiritual power. As a more advanced race than you, we are born with telepathic ability and spiritual power. Our larvae communicate with their mother through telepathy in the first period of time. In fact, you also have this ability, but you need to train to activate this part of the function. Our brain structure is slightly different from yours. Our pituitary gland is larger, especially under the influence of sunlight. Our ability is stronger than yours, but compared with other alien races that currently exist on the Earth, we still at a relatively low stage. Your entire human beings are a single spiritual body to us. We can influence your judgment through mental power. Simply put, we can use psychic power to make you see the image we want you to see, even if the image is not real.
Kay asked, "Can you also control other creatures with this mental power?"
We are able to influence you through psychic power because there is a loophole in your consciousness program. This loophole was designed by your creator Elohim, and we just took advantage of this loophole.
From the conversation with Lacerta, Kay knows that we humans seem to be created by a creator named Elohim. According to the description in the Lacerta file, human civilization has appeared 7 times, and today's human civilization is already the 7th civilization on Earth. The first 6 human civilizations were destroyed in various disasters, and all of them were related to an alien race called Elohim. As for what Elohim is? What is the origin of human beings? What is the origin of Lacerta? We'll continue to sort it out in the next episode. If you like this type of theme, please give us a like or leave a message. See you next time.